Chicago Bulls will start in the backcourt. Bob Weiss, veteran from Penn State, averaging 11.5 a game, along with the third-year performer from Western Kentucky, Clem Haskins, a sharp-shooting guard who's been averaging over 20 a ball game. This, of course, means that Jerry Sloan will not be in the starting lineup tonight. The 7-footer Tom Boerwinkle will be at center tonight. And in the front court, two fellas averaging almost 43 points between them, Chet Walker and Bob Love. Bob in his 4th season from Southern University, Walker the 8-year veteran from Bradley. The Warriors will line up this way. In the backcourt, Fritz Williams and Jeff Mullins. Fritzy in his 2nd season from West Virginia, Mullins a 6-year veteran from Duke. At the center spot will be Clyde Lee in his 4th campaign from Vanderbilt. Clyde had an outstanding first quarter last night. In fact, an outstanding ball game all around, although he gunned in 14 points alone in the first period. At the forwards, the sharpshooting Bob Portman, who's raised his average now to 6.7 a ball game. And he'll team up with the 7-year veteran from Ohio State, Jerry Lucas.
In it goes in the left corner to Mullins. Mullins starts to drive baseline, checked out by Haskins. Release pass way out in front to Fritz Williams. Rifles one over to Portman, then to Mullins, left corner. Dribbles once, goes for a jumper, 21 feet. In and out. Rebound tip, rolls off by Lee, tipped in by Lucas. Lucas gets the hoop as the Warriors. Two big men go to work on the boards. 10-4 now. Weiss forecourt, Chicago leading. Mullins guarding. Weiss on the left with a southpaw dribble. Fakes right, looks left, looks deep, feeds now to Haskins coming beyond the foul line to get the ball, takes the jump shot, no good, rebounded by Lucas. Outlet pass to Mullins, dribble to midcourt, and Weiss falls down, and the foul is called on Clyde Lee for running him down. He was out ahead of the play. We were watching Mullins at half court, and I didn't actually see the contact, except I saw Weiss go bouncing. So it's a foul on Clyde, offensive, turns it over to the Bulls. Right side, Love with the ball. Guarded by Portman. Swings it to Boerwinkle on a high post. He steps out to the right, gives it up to Haskins. Haskins with the left-hand dribble, 2 bounces. Stops, pivots. Bounce pass goes in the right corner for Love's turnaround jumper. It's off the rim and no good. Mullins gets the rebound ahead of his teammate Jerry Lucas. Mullins dribbles to midcourt, floats a lead pass to Clyde Lee. Love intercepts. Out it goes to Weiss. Up the right side, he comes with a left-hand dribble. Got a possible 4-on-3. A bullet's one to Love. Underneath to lay it in. So 8 points for Love. 12-4 Chicago. 4 minutes into the ball game, the Warriors set up the offense. Double pick on the left of the lane, trying to work something for Portman. He comes out the right, takes a pass, guns a quick jumper, 12-footer, no good. Tip in, good. Lucas. Now they're going to give it to Clyde. Lucas and Lee both went for it, and they give it to Clyde Lee. 12-6 ball game. Chicago. Haskins over to the right, goes to Weiss for a left-hand jumper out of the corner. No good. Mullins slaps the rebound out in front, but it's picked up by Haskins. Fires it off to Walker in the left corner. Walker dribbles diagonally into the lane on Lucas. Hooks. It's no good. Luke fouled him. Looks like the Bulls tonight, Hank, are looking to go to Walker at least occasionally and try to take Lucas on a one-on-one basis, set him up for a drive.
Chet, too, also has the great ability, Bill, if he is shut off going to the basket, to fall back with that one-hander of his and score well that way. Even when you think you've shut off his inside game, he can drop back and score from outside on you.
He's got both free throws, and it's a 14-6 Chicago lead. Forecourt with the ball. Williams a bounce pass to Lee on a high post. Boerwinkle guarding. Lee swings it off to the right for Portman's 15-foot quickie. No good. Rebound, driving tip by Portman. No good. Lee tips, tries to get the ball. Can't. Taken up by Haskins. Haskins long bounce pass fired to Weiss underneath for a scoop shot. Missing from left to right. Rebounded by Lucas. Tough shot try by Weiss. Now Lucas dribbles the ball into the forecourt. Whips it off in the left corner to Lee. Bounce pass back underneath, intended for Luke. Knocked out of bounds by Walker. Warrior ball. Joe Ellis comes on. Bob Portman comes out of there. Bob was just missing on some of those jump shots that he likes particularly well. He nailed those in the early going yesterday. Here's the pass in the right corner to Mullins. Dribbles once, shoots the jumper. Way too long. Love rebounds. Drops the ball, and we got a foul. He dropped it because Fritz Williams grabbed him. A backcourt foul. First personal on Fritz. And a two-shot situation for Bob Love. First one is good.
Well, that tactic that Williams just tried is one that is often used against the Warriors successfully, as Fritzy tried to wait for the rebounder to come down with the ball, chop it out of his hands, but he got more of the hand than the ball that time.
Love makes them both 16-6 now. 10-point lead for the Bulls. Right side, Williams with the ball, fakes left, spins, works toward the inside at the foul line, puts on the brakes, feeds it to Lucas, edge of the key jumper, back rim no good, a 17-footer. The rebound battle for between Ellis and Love goes out of bounds, jump ball ruling by Manny Gomes. Ellis points at Love, Love points at Ellis, and they both holler at Gomes. With that, they find no disagreement from the crowd. Love and Ellis at the line. Foul line of the Warriors, and Love quick jumps it into the hands of Haskins. Haskins into the forecourt with a gliding type dribble, goes up for a jumper and hits from 17 feet right. 18-6, Chicago. Williams on the right with the ball. Bob Weiss guarding. Williams now backs up, spins away from Weiss's overplay, drives into the lane, whips it off to Lucas to lay it in. Good move by Williams, drawing the defense to him and giving Lucas a very quick short pass underneath. 18-8 Chicago. Weiss now with a pass to Boerwinkle on a high post, back to Weiss, who dribbles, pumps the top of the key jumper that dips in and out. Rebound grabbed by Williams. Williams lobs one quickly up court, but Haskins gets in front of Mullins to knock it away into the hands of Weiss. The Bulls turn it over. There's Weiss into the forecourt. Now to Walker, edge of the key, 13 feet, jumper, back rim, no good. Long rebound right to Walker in the same spot. He dribbles to the 8-foot mark, pumps off a fake, misses with a jump shot, and a rebound foul on the loose ball. Boerwinkle. So the team foul situation now, number 3 for Chicago and number 2 on the Warriors. Warriors 10 down early here, halfway through the first quarter. Ellis on the right side. Fakes, drives laterally with a left-hand dribble, top of the key, a jumper over Boerwinkle. Good! Sensational jump shot by Ellis from 18 feet. Boerwinkle not able to get to it, even though he's a 7-footer. Love on the left, Love to the baseline, stops, hitch fake, one-hander, good over Ellis. Boy, Love is smoking hot right now with 12 points, 20-10. On the right side, Mullins with a crossover to the top of the key. Weiss stabs at the ball, knocks it away. Picked up by Lucas. Whips it over to Ellis, right of the key. Love out on him. Ellis dribbles off to the left side of the lane, shoots a jumper from 10. No good. His own follow-up tip bounces out. Rebound battle. Clyde Lee tries to tip it, can't, and a foul called on Boerwinkle. His second. It's a loose ball foul. 14 fouls on the Bulls. Warriors will inbound from the left side of the forecourt now. Comes into Mullins on the left side, guarded by Haskins. 1-on-1, bounce pass to Williams, cutting off a pattern to the foul line with his back to Weiss. He dribbles, he turns, and pumps a jumper that is no good, but Weiss fouled him.
Foul is on Bob Weiss. That's his first 15-foul penalty situation.
So Williams gets 3 chances to make 2 here. 15 foul for Chicago.
Well, it looks like one thing that Williams has developed very proficiently is that sort of a crossover move toward the middle now. The one that we talk about a lot when Archie Clark of Philadelphia does it. He's starting to use that a little more.
This one is modified by comparison with Clark's, but it's the same idea. One is good and one is bad, but the penalty shot coming. Williams has made one, missed one. 20-11. Bulls on top. Got the penalty shot, 20-12, Chicago. Lucas on Walker, Ellis on Love, Clyde Lee guarding Boerwinkle. Mullins trying to stay with Bobby Weiss. Now Weiss into the forecourt, stopping in front, feeding to Love on the left for a jumper. He hits from 15 feet. Bob Love with 14 points of Chicago's 22. They lead 22-12. On the right side with the ball now is Williams. There's that crossover move to the top of the key where he bullets into Mullins. Mullins to Lucas. His hook shot. Foul called on Walker, who blocked it but got him on the arm. 3 to make 2 for Lucas, who comes into the ballgame having made 33 of his last 34, 44 of his last 47.
Minute Williams gave up the ball, Bill, outside. Bobby Weiss dropped straight back into the middle to protect against that pass in deep to Lucas that time. Although he didn't foul him, Chet Walker did, but he'd sagged back to help out.
Luke misses the first free throw. That's only his second miss in his last 35. This one is good. 22-13. And he's got this one, 22-14 now. Haskins starts out of the backcourt for Chicago. Bounces a lead to Walker down the left side. Lucas guarding him in a crouch. Walker starting to work toward the top of the key. Fakes left, then goes back right to the top of the circle. A turnaround twister. Good! A 15-footer. Oh, Walker and Love have accounted for all but 4 of the 24 Chicago points. Top of the key, Williams with Weiss guarding. Williams goes to the right, stutter dribble. Weiss overplays him. Williams comes back inside, gives to Mullins, who scores on a running hook down the lane. Mullins coming alertly to the ball to get the pass from Fritz. 24-16. Mullins' first basket. Chicago leading by 8. Weiss on the right, working the sideline with a spin on the dribble. Stops, feeds over to Boerwinkle, wide of the lane right. Then to Haskins down the lane. He's fouled on a shot attempt that doesn't go. Williams picks up the foul, his second. 3 team fouls on the Warriors. 4:07 to go here in the first quarter. Odie Smith getting off the Warrior bench, ready to come in. And Fritz Williams comes out as Mullins now and Odie Smith with the guards. Back rim, the shot is no good. The rebound taken off by Lucas. Pass out to Mullins, who hurries up the right side. One out of the two was good by Haskins. Bounce past the right side to Ellis, in deep to Lee. Right of the lane, gives to Ellis, slicing from right to left. Down the lane to lay it in. Give and go with Ellis and Clyde Lee. 25-18. Here's Haskins into the forecourt now for the Bulls. Top of the key to Weiss, coming to the left of the key, puts on the brakes, whips it into Love, coming from the right, up for an 8-foot jumper, no good. Rebounded by Odie Smith. Good pressure that time by Ellis on Love. Smitty, top of the key for the Warriors, giving to Ellis. Top of the key, one bounce dribble, a jump shot on the way. No good, off the rim, tip in Lucas, left hand. Warriors thought Ellis was fouled on that jumper when Bob Weiss flew at him, but it didn't matter as Lucas went on to tip it in. 25-20, the Bulls still leading, the Warriors closing it a bit. Pass goes to Boerwinkle, up high, top of the key. Looks deep, nothing open there yet. Now up to Weiss to the right, left-hand jumper, no good, a 20-footer. Rebounded by Walker, outside of the lane to the right. On the baseline, he twists around, shoots a jumper, no good. Tip try by Boerwinkle, doesn't go, he gets it back, hooks a pass into the backcourt of the Chicago Bulls. Weiss picks it up, and as he does, they blow the front and backcourt violation. All set to go now with the Bulls. Bob Weiss coming up, giving it up to Love on the left side. In it goes deep now to Boerwinkle. Boerwinkle shakes the head, fires out to Love, top of the key. He fakes it, Joe Ellis, dribbles off to the left now. Ellis stays with him. Love comes back with a turn shot over Joe. A 10-footer, no good. Good pressure by Ellis, who goes to the board to rebound it. Great effort by Josh. Now to Mullins up the left side. Mullins drives hard, top of the key, gives to Ellis. Jumper up, 20-footer, over and off. Rebounded by Manning, who got up over everybody, including Clyde Lee. Now to Haskins, forecourt, top of the key, drives across the lane, throws a backward hook shot, no good. Taken off by Ellis again, inside Love. Outlet pass to Odie Smith. Hurry up, dribble left to the key. Goes by Haskins into the lane. Jump pass underneath to Lucas. He dribbles. He lays it in. Luke just slid in with the body sideways. And the Warriors have tied it at 25 all. Here's a pass to Portman on the right side angle, 25 feet out. Gives to Jeff at that spot. Then over to Williams left of the key. Bounce pass in deep to Lucas. Fades away and hooks it in. Lucas, 10-footer over Love. 12 points for Lucas. The Warriors finally snapped that Chicago string at 12 straight points. Haskins comes into the forecourt now. Haskins stop and go dribble. Whips it out to Love. Well out in front to the left. Love holds the ball. Gives it back to Haskins. Swings it out to the right side angle of Manning. 15 feet out. Dribbles. Gives it to Haskins. Haskins drives into Fritz Williams. Charges. Offensive foul, Chicago. Haskins had a distressed look but said nothing. Warriors 8 down, 3:29 to go here in the second quarter. Into the forecourt, a bounce pass to Clyde Lee. Feeds a bounce pass to Lucas going backdoor, but it led him too much and out of bounds. He went backdoor and had a half a step on Manning. The pass wasn't right on the money. Boerwinkle in and Wesley out for Chicago. Bulls, by winning, could solidify their third place position by a game and a half over Phoenix. Pass now to a high post. Boerwinkle fakes to Love going by. Boerwinkle turns, dribbles, shoots a jumper over a much smaller Mullins and scores. 12-footer by Boerwinkle just inside the foul line. Warriors 10 down as Mullins hollers out of play, coming up, feeding to Portman on the right. In deep to Lee. He's fouled by Boerwinkle, trying to knock the pass away, but over the shoulder to do it. And Boerwinkle becomes the third member of the Bulls starting five to get 3 fouls. Love and Walker already have 3. We have them with 3, but there seems to be some discrepancy on the Love foul total, so we'll hold that in abeyance, wherever that is. 53-44 now. As the free throw is hit on the left, goes Haskins driving into the lane, and he charges into Mullins and knocks him down as Mullins and Williams clamped him from each side. Mullins shaken up a little bit, holding his nose.
20 seconds injury timeout.
Dick D'Oliva goes out to look him over. Haskins nailed with his second foul in the course of about a minute. Hank, the San Diego-Boston score, if correct, is really incredible. At the end of 3 quarters, San Diego was leading 107-93. Boston outscored them in the last quarter, according to this, 54-17. That's reminiscent of that Atlanta 55-point quarter recently over the Rockets.
I was going to say anything involving the Rockets this year really can't be termed incredible because they've had just about all of it happen to them.
Boy, I bet you that bald-headed guy was tearing a few hairs out that weren't even there.
Of course, you can go back in the history of their franchise to that first quarter they had against the Warriors one night, 33-8. They were leading the Warriors.
Mullins all set now, ready to go. Comes into the forecourt for the Warriors. To Williams in front, guarded by Jerry Sloan. Bounce pass to Mullins, going back door. The ball fumbled. He grabs for it, scoops it up, and it's No good. The ball was knocked out of bounds, and it's a Warrior ball. Mullins tried to scoop it up. Actually, Haskins got a piece of it to keep him from getting a clean reception. Over to Lucas, left corner. Lucas dribbles against Manning, hangs in the air, has to tap the ball out to Mullins. Otherwise, he would have traveled. Jeff gives it back to Luke. Right of the key, in deep to Portman. Fallback shot, baseline right. Good. Portman hits a 10-footer. 53-46. Right side. Bob Kaufman in the ball game now for the Bulls. Gives to the right corner where Haskins has it. Pumps and misses a jumper. Lucas rebounding inside Manning. The pass out to Williams. Challenged by Haskins. Williams dribbles into the forecourt. Top of the key. Rifles one to Mullins. Wide open. A right side jumper. No good from 18 feet. Portman out rebounds. Love goes back to the hoop. Short with his layup. Tip no good. Lucas rebounded by Sloan. Sloan falling down almost. Gets rid of the ball to Love. And Love was out of bounds on the sideline when he caught the pass.
Number 25, Chet Walker replacing.
Walker comes in. Bob Love, for the first time, comes out. Mata has stayed with Love as long as he was hot. He still probably is hot. He has 24 points, but needs that rest. Here, top of the key is Mullins with the ball. Swing it to Lucas, left side angle. Then to Clyde Lee, baseline left. He backs in, turns with a jumper. It's an air ball from 9 feet and a foul called. I think it's Walker. It was over the shoulder of Portman, and it's a 15 foul. Portman gets one and a penalty. It's a game of surges thus far. The Bulls led once 18-6. The Warriors went by them by 6. Then the Bulls reeled off a 12-point stretch to lead by a dozen. Now the Warriors have cut it down to 7, could get within 5. And each team has been rather alternately efficient and inefficient.
It's been not totally unlike rugby this evening.
I don't know rugby well enough really to corroborate that statement. If you say so. Portman has made one. This one is around and off. The rebound lost by Kaufman, but Manning grabbed it. Now Weiss into the forecourt, 53-47. Whips it off to the left side angle to Sloan. Guarded by Portman, dribbles edge of the key, shoots a jumper. Good, 15-footer. Like Sloan walked 2 steps before he actually put the ball on the floor, but they say it's legal. 55-47. Sloan is playing a corner now, matched up with Portman. Right side, Mullins in deep to Portman. He fakes Sloan, hangs in the air and is fouled on a shot underneath. One of the greatest assets young Bob Portman has, and he needs to offset a relative lack of height as a forward, is the fact that he works so hard to get free when they're running a play for him. He did that time.
One of the things you cannot afford to do, Bill, is give Chicago a second shot at it on the offensive board, because Sloan is one of the best offensive rebounders in the business, and I was aware of this early in the ball game before Jerry got in, particularly at a time like that, because you know that during the course of the ball game itself, Sloan is going to get several offensive rebounds. See, it's when he's out of there that you really can't afford to let them get any.
Portman hits the first free throw of a 3-for-2 situation. Now with his second. It's good, 55-49. So the Warriors now ready to pick up on defense. Down court comes Haskins, crosses the midcourt line, feeds it over to Weiss on the right. Then to Manning, right side angle, 28 feet out. Lucas drops way off him. Now to Weiss, top of the key. Weiss fakes left, stops his dribble, feeds to Kaufman at the foul line. Turn, jumper, no good. Rebound comes medium long out to Weiss on a deflection. Drops it off in the hands of Sloan from the left corner. Taps it over to Haskins for a quick jumper, left side angle, no good. Rebounded by Fritz Williams, outlet pass to Mullins, one-on-one. Mullins on the left side, fires to Lee, coming late down the lane, dribbles, whirls, backhand shot, no good. Kaufman fouled him though. Kaufman was in the lane, but Clyde forced the contact, moving back into him. Had Kaufman remained still, he might not have been hit for the foul, but he moved just enough to give Clyde the possession of the driving lane. 55-49, Lee on the line, 3 to make 2. Chicago in front. Short. 2 chances to make 2 now. Over and in. Penalty shot coming. No good off the back rim. Lucas gets the rebound, puts it back up, around and in. Lucas from the outside rebounding position went over his man, Manning, who that time didn't seem to get up. He was anticipating a little bit. Oh, Luke closed it to within 3. Sloan swings it off to Haskins on the left, a long jump pass in deep to Kaufman, who fakes Portman and lays it up and in. Kaufman got in deep. Portman tried to front him. He got inside him, however, and faked him high and went for the layup. 35 seconds to go in the second quarter. Williams on a drive past Weiss. Weiss hits it, goes off Williams' knee, out of bounds. Turn it over, give it to Chicago. Haskins Backcourt, right side, picked up by Fritz Williams. Haskins reverses, stops, feeds a pass to Kaufman, fronted by Clyde Lee, and Clyde's called for a grab. Bulls working a high post most of the time, whether it be Boerwinkle, Wesley, or Kaufman in the pivot.
Kaufman, 1 and a penalty.
Kaufman has 1 and a penalty. The Bulls leading by 5. Back rim, no good.
All right, get the rebound now.
Chet with a second, in and out. Clyde Lee on the boards. Couldn't hold it, but Lucas gets it. Clyde had position, kept the Bulls away from him. 17 seconds to go in the quarter. Al Annals hollering out instructions to the Warriors to work it down for one good shot. Now 12 seconds. Williams on the left with the ball, 32 feet out. Williams working in now toward the top of the key. 7 seconds. Bounce pass to the right to Mullins. Has to fight for it. Swings it to Lucas. Left side, long jumper. 2! Lucas from 23 feet. And the horn sounds, ending the first half of play. And the scoreboard shows the Warriors coming back from 12 back to within 3 as the Chicago Bulls lead it by a score of 57-54.